Generative AI presents major threats along with major opportunities for democracy. How information flows and how it's interpreted are central to competing systems of government. And generative AI will be as transformational for information retrieval as were search engines or social media.
Although much has been written about how the pandemic has been used by both democratic and autocratic regimes alike to normalize mass surveillance, we know little about how the new development of AI technologies has influenced autocrat surveillance capabilities and in doing so the strategies of digital authoritarianism.
AI is a technology that can be transformational for our lives, for societies and economies, for the way we do business, for the way we learn, for the way we run meetings and are not obliged to take notes anymore, and we can concentrate on more creative tasks.
On the topic of artificial intelligence and its impact on democracy and human rights, I believe that there are major opportunities for AI to enhance democratic societies, giving individuals around the world an expanded ability to have their voice heard and to more directly participate in democratic governance.
Regardless of whether you're looking at AI with the eyes of a professional, of an amateur, or of an innocent bystander, one thing is certain. AI is not leaving any of us indifferent. In fact, a very recent study conducted in the US shows that the more people learn about AI, the more the level of awareness raises, the more people also get concerned.
New AI-powered tools such as CCTV cameras, advanced facial recognition, and cyberware have basically substantially deepened the toolkit available to autocrats to suppress their citizens.
Dictators around the world already fret that models trained on Western media will interpret the world the same way as people bred on the same media. Their fears are well grounded. Ask ChatGPT in Russian, what are color revolutions? And the answer is filled with references to democracy and the popular will, rather than the Kremlin-preferred narrative of tech-enabled coups from the outside.
The risk that I personally focus on is the ability of conversational AI systems to spread propaganda, misinformation, and outright untruths through interactive dialogue in which the AI adapts to each individual in real time, listening to their reservations about propaganda or misinformation, and then skillfully overcoming their objections by adjusting its conversational tactics. This is coming. It's called the AI manipulation problem, and it has the potential to be the most dangerous form of targeted influence we've confronted.
In Moscow, there are over 250,000 cameras installed throughout the city, including on the streets, in the metro, public transportation systems, and schools. Managing these cameras is one of the world's largest real-time facial recognition systems. In 2022, the facial recognition system was employed to locate individuals evading the draft for an unjust war in Ukraine. These instances, among many others, they actually show and demonstrate how artificial intelligence systems like facial recognition are reshaping societal behavior patterns, effectively introducing models of learned helplessness in a society.
The more this concern grows in our societies, I think that as legislators we have a duty of care to think seriously about putting guardrails in place, about putting rules to make sure that this technology, any technology for that matter, develops in a way that is safe and that puts the human interest at the very heart of their development.
How do we make it safe? The EU has been leading the way and is leading in creating the rules for trustworthy AI. The aim is to avoid bias and avoid discriminatory outcomes. The aim is to make sure that people are informed that the content that they see might not be real, but generated by AI.
On the positive uses for democracy, I've personally spent the last decade focused on uses of AI that can enable policymakers and other stakeholders to collect input from large populations and find solutions that maximize social benefit. These technologies are called swarm AI because they're modeled on the biological principle of swarm intelligence. Organisms like schools of fish and flocks of birds that can quickly reach solutions together democratically that optimize their collective interests. And so I believe swarm AI and other uses of artificial intelligence have the potential to revolutionize how democratic governments involve their citizens through powerful new forms of civic engagement.
The whole world has now woken up to the realities of AI. Everyone has an interest in finding the right ways to govern artificial intelligence, to set rules, to set standards. And again, we have first a duty to ourselves, the US and the EU, to find coherence between the two of us. We have frameworks for that. We have the Trade and Technology Council. It's aimed at putting the elements in place for common standards. And we also now must find a way to look at how we make the rules that they will write. I am convinced that sooner or later there will be also rules in the US on artificial intelligence, and therefore, if not alike, we must at minimum make sure that these rules are aligned, they are interoperable, because we know in any way that we operate on the basis of the same values. We understand the use of technology in our societies in the same way, and we are driven by the same objectives.
Vitality of democracy stems from our diversity. And with generative AI, understanding the view of our fellow citizens and finding compromise will become easier than ever. By the same token, bad actors will find it easier than ever to develop narratives that exacerbate polarization and tribalism.
It would be of great value if like-minded partners could get together to work together on the basis of the currently developed initiatives in many parts of the world, such as the US, such as the G7 Hiroshima process, to come together with a robust, coherent framework for the AI global governance to benefit us all and to make sure that the AI we use is safe.